Welcome to Omni. In today's documentary, we explore a turning point in global power dynamics, where Europe's security challenges collide with America's shifting priorities, and where the echoes of transatlantic tension reach even the corridors of Beijing. On February 17, European leaders arrived at the Élysée Palace under bright sunshine yet a sober mood. They were still grappling with a message from the Trump administration. A declaration that Europeans have no role in peace talks between America and Russia over Ukraine. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth bluntly stated that stark strategic realities prevent the United States of America from being primarily focused on the security of Europe. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer termed this situation a generational challenge for the continent. As the leaders gathered, the underlying tension was palpable. How does Europe secure its future when its voice is seemingly sidelined in the most critical global negotiations? Organized by French President Emmanuel Macron, the meeting was meant to chart a new course. Yet as delegations prepared for talks in Riyadh, where America's Marco Rubio and Russia's Sergei Lavrov were set to meet, it became clear that neither Europeans nor Ukrainians would have a seat at that table. Amid heated debates, Macron's proposal to deploy European troops to Ukraine, if a peace deal acceptable to Kiev were reached, fell short. While Sir Keir Starmer pledged British troops, he quickly clarified that any such force would require an American security guarantee, a U.S. backstop to effectively deter Russian aggression. Poland's leader, Donald Tusk, dismissed the idea. Spain called it too early, and Germany's Chancellor Olaf Scholz expressed irritation at discussing troop deployments before peace was even on the horizon. Scholz did offer a glimmer of consensus by suggesting that if European nations spent beyond 2% of their GDP on defense, that spending could be excluded from their deficit calculations, a bold move toward debt-financed defense spending. This idea, coupled with hints at joint financing, could pave the way for Europe to significantly boost its defense capabilities. Before we continue, if you find this analysis insightful, hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay with us as we unravel how these decisions ripple across the globe. In just a moment, we'll reveal how these internal European debates are intertwined with major shifts in the transatlantic and Indo-Pacific security landscapes. As the meeting in Paris drew to a close, European leaders left with no definitive strategy. Their inability to secure a place at the negotiating table or a united stance on deploying troops underscored a deeper transatlantic rift, a rift that has now taken on global dimensions. Across the Atlantic at the Munich Security Conference, discussions were charged with accusations of betrayal and appeasement. President Trump's apparent abandonment of Ukraine sent shockwaves across Europe, shaking the confidence that America would serve as the ultimate guarantor of European security. Meanwhile, American military strategists turned their gaze to Asia, with high-ranking officials at the Honolulu Defense Forum warning that a deal with Russia might free up American resources to counter China's rise. In Asia, the situation is equally complex. Countries like Taiwan face an existential dilemma. The notion of Ukraine today, Taiwan tomorrow has ignited fears that a Russian victory could embolden China. An opposition newspaper warned that Taiwan might become an abandoned chess piece in the larger Sino-American game, while Japanese editorials cautioned against letting America unilaterally decide Ukraine's fate. India has embraced a multi-aligned foreign policy, drawing closer to America without severing its ties to Russia, and even courting improved relations with China. In Southeast Asia, many nations remain ambivalent, drifting towards Beijing as they balance their need for American security guarantees against the pull of regional stability. Singapore's Defense Minister, Ng Eng Hen, even remarked that America was shifting from a source of moral legitimacy to a landlord demanding rent. At the heart of these debates is America's recalibration of its global role. Admiral Samuel Paparo of the Indo-Pacific Command warned that China's war games around Taiwan are not mere drills, but rehearsals hinting at a potential invasion. He cautioned that American military readiness is under strain. Aging platforms, low munitions, and mounting maintenance backlogs threaten to leave critical systems vulnerable. Yet this evolving landscape demands new alliances and a renewed commitment to joint operations. The geographical positioning of U.S. allies, from Japan to Australia, forms a natural barrier against Chinese expansion, underscoring the strategic importance of regional partnerships. Up next, we explore how America's shifting focus and internal defense challenges are not only redefining transatlantic ties but also reshaping global military alliances. Back in Brussels, American Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth delivered a stark message to Europe. It's time for European nations to shoulder the primary responsibility for their own security. As the U.S. pivots its attention toward confronting China, Hegseth's words resonate with a new urgency. Trump will not allow anyone to turn Uncle Sam into Uncle Sucker, he warned, signaling a break from traditional transatlantic expectations. This strategic shift is visible in recent military maneuvers. A Canadian warship navigating the Taiwan Strait, a French aircraft carrier conducting joint exercises, and the return of British naval power in the region all underscore a growing commitment to maintaining balance in the Indo-Pacific. Yet, the Trump administration's focus remains firmly on defending American interests at home. Inside American policy circles, the debate continues to divide opinion. Some experts argue that any weakness in Europe will inevitably spill over into Asia, undermining global deterrence. Former officials warn that weakness in one place creates weakness everywhere, a sentiment that reflects the high stakes of divided alliances. Meanwhile, on a very different stage, a remarkable transformation is unfolding in China's tech sector. In a dramatic twist, on February 17th, Jack Ma and a select group of entrepreneurs attended a high-profile symposium in Beijing with President Xi Jinping. This event signaled not only a personal rehabilitation for Ma after years of regulatory crackdowns, but also a broader revival of private sector tech in China. Alibaba's share price surged by 6.2% on rumors surrounding the symposium, adding roughly $18 billion to its market value. Other tech giants such as Tencent and Xiaomi also saw gains of around 7%, while the Hang Seng Tech Index jumped by 23% over the past month. Is this the beginning of a new era of innovation, or simply a temporary market rally? The spark behind this surge is DeepSeek, an AI firm that has managed to keep pace with Silicon Valley despite a shortage of American chips. Analysts at Bank of America have compared this moment to Alibaba's explosive IPO in New York back in 2014, a catalyst that ignited a wave of innovation among consumer internet firms. In today's rapidly evolving tech landscape, companies are racing to integrate AI into their operations. Tencent is testing AI features within its Weixin ecosystem, while Alibaba is reportedly collaborating with Apple to embed AI capabilities into iPhones sold in China. Yet, despite these promising developments, broader business sentiment remains cautious. Surveys indicate that while there are slight improvements, significant instability still plagues China's corporate environment. President Xi's presence at the symposium served as a reminder of the delicate balance between fostering entrepreneurial innovation and maintaining strict regulatory control. Over the past 5 years, Chinese private sector leaders have increasingly aligned themselves with Communist Party directives, a shift that some see as a victory for state control over unfettered market freedom. As we conclude, it's clear that the global security and technological landscapes are in a state of profound transformation. From Europe's struggle to assert its security interests, to America's recalibrated strategic focus, and the dynamic resurgence of China's tech giants, the stakes have never been higher. If you found this deep dive illuminating, please like, share, and subscribe to Omni for more incisive geopolitical and technological analysis. What are your thoughts on these seismic shifts in global power? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this edition of Omni's documentary series. Stay tuned for further analysis as the world's great powers continue to redefine the future of global security and technology.